this beautiful Wednesday. Welcome to Willa Candy's channel. To all the new faces, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Patrica, and on this channel, I will eat food. I will share stories of my own, and will also share stuff that happened on the news or whatever. And I will also, read my Bible. How has everyone been doing today? I hope everyone's been doing great. I hope everyone's been staying safe. Staying safe out there, driving safely. You might hear my little nephews in the background and cars passing by or whatever. I'm outside, of course, so it's going to be some noise outside. And I also have an apple in my hand. Like they say, an apple a day keeps the doctors away. And it could also mean an apple a day keeps the stress away or the cholesterol away or whatever. Yeah, and I'm going to get into the word, and I'm going to also be sharing episode 9 of Tar Mama. And this episode is called Springtime Auction. Hear me clearing my throat, my allergies has been acting up. I'll be reading in John, or St. John or something. In chapter 14 of John, St. John or John. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. Hold on for a minute. I had to let out a burp. I didn't want you guys to hear it. Chapter 14. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And whither I go ye know, and the way ye know. Thomas saith unto him, Lord, we know not whither that you goest, and how can we know the way? Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also, and from henceforth ye know him and have seen him. Philip saith unto him, Lord, shew us the Father, and it sufficeth us. Jesus saith unto him, Have I been so long time with you, and yet haste that you not know me, Philip? He that hath seen me hath seen the Father, and how sayest that you then shew us the Father? Believest that you not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I spake unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If ye love me, keep my commandments, and I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. Yet a little while, and the world seeth me no more. But ye see me, because I live, ye shall live also. At that day ye shall know that I am in my Father, and ye in me, and I in you. He that hath my commandments, and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me, and he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and will manifest myself to him. Judas saith unto him, not Iscariot, Lord, how is it that you wilt manifest thyself unto us and not unto the world? Jesus answered and said unto him, If a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come unto him and make our abode with him. He that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings. And the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me. These things have I spoken unto you, being yet present with you. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Ye have heard how I said unto you, I go away and come again unto you. If ye love me, ye would rejoice, because I said, I go unto my Father, for I. Hold up. Lord, forgive me. If ye love me, ye would rejoice, because I said, I go unto my Father, for my Father is greater than I, is what I meant to say. And now I have told you before it come to pass, that when it is come to pass, ye might believe. Hereafter I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh, and hateth nothing in me. But that the world may know that I love the Father, and as the Father gave me commandment, even so I do. Arise, let us go hence. That was what Jesus was saying. Forgive me, the word of the day. The birds is chirping. Wow. Sounds beautiful. Start with the episode 9 of Tar Mama. And in this episode, Alexis, along with all of his friends, they're going to be arriving at this auction show, like in the downtown area of Garrison. And it was like this auction show. You know what happened? It was all of his friends together, every last one of them. It was Ricochet and Yellow Cat, Yeti, Wetsuit, Fat Cat, Domino, Strip, Memphis, Midget, Wayne. Like all of Alexis' friends all together had arrived at the auction. And all of them wanted it to see like the stuff that the people was, getting at the auctions. It would be like paintings and tables and, different stuff like that. I don't know, glass bottles, vintage things that you could sit around in your kitchen and stuff like that. All of that stuff that's like that. And there was like this picture. Like, the man be up there like 7,000, 30,000, like who's gonna buy it? Who's gonna buy it? I don't know how to talk fast like that, man. But like 35,000, yeah, that 5,000. Call it once, call it twice. Call it once, call it twice. Sold to the man over there with the yellow hat. Like they'll say stuff like that. I don't know how to talk fast like them auction people, but they'll say stuff like that. And after somebody had ended up buying like this nice table, this nice, good quality wooden table. It was this picture that was put on the display. It was this nice picture of like this woman, kind of a little similar to the Mona Lisa picture, but it was not the Mona Lisa picture. It was this picture that was put up on display. Old fashioned, looked like it was painted like in the 1900s or something, like a really old picture. It was put on display, had a fancy picture frame to go along right with it. And Alexis had his eye on the picture. He was like, as long as the picture ain't costing that much, I'm gonna get that picture. And the man started throwing out the prices from here to there and everywhere. And the man was raising up the prices like more and more and more. Like, okay, 700 over there. I hear you. I see your hand raised up over there. Oh, 800. Who's saying 800? Oh, you. Okay. Like the man was just doing that. And Alexis had threw up his hand at at first he threw it up around like 500. But once the man started raising up the prices, Alexis threw his hand down like, whoa, I ain't got that much. But the highest price that the man had ended up raising it up to, he had raised the price all the way up to like like almost like $1,000 and some, close to $1,000 and some, like 900 and some dollars. That's the highest that the price that the man had went up to. And guess who had raised their hand for it? But it wasn't. They didn't meant to raise their hand. It was Fat Cat. Fat Cat was, like eating on like a bag of chips, like, and slapping on his drink, like burping and stuff. And then when he like started itching, he ended up raising his armpit and like was just scratching under his armpit. And the man like, okay, you 900 some dollars. And then Fat Cat said, while still chewing. And then he said, call him once, call him twice. So to the fat guy over there with the bag of chips in his hand. And Alexis and all of them looked back and Ricochet said, why did you raise your hand for her? Alexis would, and all of them was asking him that. Like, I didn't mean to do it, I was itching. And Ricochet said, well, maybe next time you need to put on some deodorant. And Alexis said, I ain't got no $1,000 and some. All I had was like about close to $500 and some. I only could afford it around in that price. I'm not able to get it with $1,000. And but the group ended up coming together, making an agreement. They ended up coming together, working together, adding up money that they all had, put all of their money together to get this picture. And Ricochet thought it was stupid. Ricochet thought it was crazy and a waste of money. But Alexis, it was something about this picture that he really liked it. And but Ricochet was like, man, I don't know, man. I feel like, man, you shouldn't even started raising your hand about that, picture, that silly looking picture, funny looking picture. And Alexis was like, well, I like the picture. I think you'll look nice, in our house, and mine and Shelvanya's house. But once Shelvanya saw that picture, she looked at it like, folded her arm, like, what in the world is that? Like, she looked it up there, and Alexis was like, it's art. Like it's finally we got something that is exquisite or elegant looking in our house. And Shelvanya said, that vintage picture is making our whole house look ugly. That's what Shelvanya was saying. And Alexis was like, well, I like the picture. I like to look at artistic stuff like that. And then that's when Shelvanya looked at him like, oh, so you into art now? And Alexis said, there's a lot of things you don't know about me. You may have been married to me for some time, but I've always have been in the art. I always have been in the pottery and all that stuff like that, painting. And then she said, well, do you know how to paint? I said, no, I don't know how to paint, but I like that painting that's on the wall. And Shelvanya was just not digging that painting, but Alexis liked it, so she was like, fine, it can stay up there, but that painting is just really ugly, and I don't even like to look at it. Like, it was just up there, and because she was looking at it, she was like, that's an ugly picture with an ugly woman inside of it. Like, Shelvanya just did not like that picture. Her sisters thought the same thing, and but the mother was kind of thinking like Alexis. Velveteen, Miss Velveteen, aka Mrs. Shepherd, she looked at it and like, you know what? I think Alexis got good taste. And Shelvanya said, Mama, you can't be serious. And then she was like, baby, I kind of like the picture. I can see what he's trying to go with here. Because look at the color, all the colors inside of y'all apartment. It kind of matches up with the pictures. You're like, Mama, now daggone well that picture does not look right on the wall. She's like, yeah, I mean, the woman in the picture kind of look like she got a mustache, but overall, it's not a bad picture though, baby, because I'm into art stuff too. I mean, just look at how I got my hair and stuff, how I keep my jewelry and myself looking good. And Shelvanya said, I keep myself looking good too, but I just don't like that picture. And Alexis said, well, I like it and I don't see no problem with it. But one day where Shelvanya and Alexis both all had, decided to win out. They had went out right along with, Alexis' friends and like Ricochet and them, it was like a whole double date thing again. And once Shelvanya and Alexis had made it back in after hanging out for some time right along with, the rest of the folks that was in their circle, they came back in, and guess what? The door was already open. Somebody done broke into their apartment. And not only has stolen some food, They didn't touch the cash. They didn't touch no kind of cash money or anything. Even though Alexis had his wallet on him, and Sylvania had her purse on him, you know they had some type of extra cash laying somewhere. Whoever it was, they did not steal the cash, but they stole money. I mean, not money. What I meant to say, they stole food out of the refrigerator. They stole food. They stole that picture that was on the wall, and they stole this bow, this antique bow that has been passed through from generations to generations through Sylvania's family. It came from a great great grandmother of Sylvania's, like her mother's mother. You know, like somebody down her mother's side of the family. It like will pass through her mother's side of the family. Sylvania had a fit when she seen that bow was gone. She didn't give a care about that picture because she was like, ugh, that picture was ugly anyway. But when she saw that this bow, it was like this white, beautiful bow, this big, beautiful white bow that was unblemished. And they thought that it was just something, you know, supernatural about this bow, magical or something about this bow. This bow has been staying unblemished for years, like no kind of scratch marks. You know how scratch marks will also like start to show up on like glass? It never showed up on this bow. That's why Sylvania had kept it inside of her house. Now, her mama Velveteen was a little bit iffy about, you know, letting her keep this bow because this bow was just so special to her. And because her mama gave it to her. And her mama got it from her grandmother, you know, and but this bow had went missing. Sylvania had a fit like, oh my God, my mama is gonna be pissed at me. She gonna tell me that she should have had kept, that I should have had let her kept the bow at her house. Like, oh my God, how could you let somebody break into our house and take, you know, our valuables like this? And Alexis said, I wasn't even here. Remember, we both had went out together. And then Alexis ended up realizing that the picture was going off the wall. Like, oh my God, they stole the picture off of the wall. And Sylvania said, forget the picture. I'm worried about my family bow. You know, I got to get that back. It was a big white bow with pictures of violet, like the violet flowers, like print all around it. Like a white floral bow with like floral purple print all around it. And Sylvania said, forget that stupid picture. You know, I got to get, you know, that special bow back for my mama to have a fit. And once Miss Velveteen had found out that the bow was gone, somebody stole it, she immediately pulled out her switchblade and had put it up to Alexis' neck. So you let my bow went missing? You let the special bow that had went through my family from generations to generations. Well, you better, I'm going to just warn you right now. It better get found. It better get found, because if it not, you're going to mess around and end up in a Vienna can. You know, she was just threatening Alexis. She said, you're going to end up becoming just like the Viennas in the can if you don't find. If you know, you're going to become just like the sardines and the Viennas and everything, every type of meat that be in the can, you're going to become just like that. It'll be Alexis in the can next if you don't find my family bow. Like, Sylvania's mama was pissed. The sisters were pissed too. Like, how can you let the bow get stolen? It was just blaming it all on Alexis. But Alexis, you know, he was worried about Sylvania's mama, you know, attacking him. And he was also wondering where the heck the picture was at. So he was, of course, on search for both of those main items. He didn't care about the food. But Sylvania was also pissed about the food too. She's like, and they got a nerve to steal all of the food out of the refrigerator. My favorite kind of cookies, the ice cream, and everything. Sylvania was pissed about it. So it was this other auction that ended up going on like around like the week after next. And Alexis showed up there by himself. He showed up there by himself, and surprise, surprise. It wasn't a picture that was put up on display. It was Sylvania's family's bow that was up there for some odd reason. Alexis don't know how in the world it got in the auction show, but the person who had stolen it must have had took it in there. You know, and they had took it there to take it to, you know, to this auction thing, I guess, to get money out of it. And the man started calling out the price like 600. Hey, do I got a 700 over there? Okay, 700. The man started calling out the price, and Alexis was trying to buy it back. But it was this man. I would say he kind of favored Mr. T a little bit, and it kind of sounded like Mr. T too, because it was the early '80s. And this man with like this T-shirt on, like how Mr. T, looks and everything. This man got like one long earring with the feathers and stuff to it, and he had like a serious mad expression on his face. So he's saying Alexis trying to buy her like raising his hand up for the price, and he ended up beating Alexis with the price. He ended up because the prices were getting higher, and Alexis just could not afford to get that bow back. So Alexis like, well, I tried. I guess I got to be prepared to get packaged in a Vienna can. And but when he seen that the man had ended up getting this nice bow, he don't know why this man wanted this bow, but the man bought the bow, with the auction show. And the person who had got the money for it, what I meant, the person who had got the bow, he tried to stop him at his tracks, and ask him for the bow back. Like, hey, my man, that bow that you got in your hand, I know you bought it, and I don't know what you're going to use it for, but that bow belongs to my wife, and it came from her family, and see, if I don't get it back. And before Alexis could even finish the whole sentence, he was like, fool, you better get up out of my face. That's what the man said. Alexis said, but I need the bow back. Like, I really need it. It's a life or death situation. And then the man said, it's going to become a life or death situation if you don't get out of my face, fool. That's what the man had said. He kind of looked like Mr. T. And then Alexis said, sir, I beg you. I really need a bow. He said, I really need a bow. It belongs to my wife, and her mother really wants it back. It was passed through their family. Like, I really need it. I beg you, I'll buy it from you. And then the man kind of thought about it. For how much? And then Alexis said, well, I got I got about like $75 in my pocket. Once the man heard $75, like, man, you better get up out of my face with $75, fool. I don't want no $75 for you. Now you better get up out of my face before you catch this $5 to your face. And that's when Alexis was like, well, I tried, and he had no choice but to walk away from this man, because this man was not playing with him. This man had muscles, high shoulders, like James Evans from Good Times. He was not playing. He had high shoulders like James Evans from Good Times, and he had a serious facial expression, like how Mr. T was looking on one of the Rocky movies. Like, he was not playing with Alexis, and Alexis did not want no smoke, so he just ended up leaving the bow to the man. Said, well, all right then, sorry for bothering you. And then and Alexis, thankfully, Mrs. Shepherd did not cut him up with her switchblade. Thankfully, she did not do that, because one day, Shelvania, she was just upset about that. She was still upset about the bow being gone. And Alexis was upset about the picture, but he was also hoping to see that bow again, because his wife was, really not speaking to him like that. Like, he was like, hey, babe, what you doing? She'll be rubbing lotion on herself. Like, what does it look like I'm doing? Like, she'll be doing that. She's mad with him. The mom's mad with him and all. But, like, it was a knock at the door one late night, like around, 3-something in the morning. And, Alexis had ended up answering the door, and it was nobody there. But once he looked it down, the bowl was had some milk in it. It had a little milk in it, and it was this little tiny cat that was drinking the milk out of the bowl. Shelvania's family's bowl. The Shepherd family bowl. And he was happy and in relief, oh, that's the bowl that I was asking the man for. And supposedly the same man that had got the bowl, he was trying to get that same cat away from his house. It was like a kitten away from his house, because he don't like cats. He tried to keep this cat like away from his house area, and by giving him like a bowl of milk and putting it someplace else. So he ended up putting this bowl of milk in front of Alexis and them apartment. He had no idea that that apartment is where Alexis and them were living at. He set the bowl with the milk inside of it right in front of the apartment, and the cat was drinking out of it. And Alexis, he picked up the cat and placed it somewhere else but the kitten ended up running off in fear, and he ended up getting the bowl, washing it out, and surprising Shelvania with it. Shelvania was happy to see the bowl again, but Alexis was still disappointed about that picture. He wanted it to, have that picture, because he just felt like that it made the apartment look good. But the next morning, while he was getting ready for work, buttoning up his shirt, the TV was on, and Shelvania was making breakfast in the kitchen, and the TV was on, and the same man that had brought the bowl back with the milk in it for the cat, that same man ended up getting his hands on that picture that Alexis wanted. That same man that sounded like Mr. T. And the picture, was worth way more than what Alexis them had bought it for. It was worth a lot. It was actually worth millions of dollars. So this man had got like a millions of dollars worth picture, like right in his hand. He was on TV, telling his family, hey, hey, my dudes, hey, all my brothers and sisters. Like, he was like on the TV telling about how happy he is to have this picture, while Alexa was on the other side of the TV like, no, that's supposed to be my picture. That's supposed to belong to me. No. And Shelvania was looking at him like, I still think the picture is ugly. That's what she was saying while scrambling the stuff up in the pen. But Alexa was like, oh my God, no. Millions of dollars is gone from out of my hand. That's what Alexa was thinking. And, his friends found out about it. Ricochet ended up calling him around the same time when he was freaking out on the other side of the TV. He's like, hey, yo, you know that picture that we bought? And Alexa's like, yeah, I know. It's worth millions of dollars. Like, man. All of his friends were calling him up. Hey, yo, Lexi, you know that picture was worth? I know. You don't have to tell me. Like, he was just getting call after call from all of his friends. And that's basically the end of this episode called the Springtime Auction. And if God's will, there'll be more episodes coming up. And I hope you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, Willa Candy's channel. My real name is Patrica on the channel. I eat food, I share stories like I just did a while ago, and I'll share news and stuff like like news stories and stuff like that. And I will also read my Holy Bible because, I'm Christian. And hope you all have a great day. I hope you all stay safe out there. Love one another. Treat everyone with respect. Hope you all, drive, safely out there, Lord. Hope you all drive safely out there. God bless all of the people who's watching. That's what I meant to say. And just thank you for all the supporters out there, Lord. Well, thank you, Lord, for all the supporters that support my channel is what I meant to say. Again, my words mixed up. I'm trying to end the video, but thank you so much. God bless you all. Much love to you all. Virtual hugs. Goodbye. And hope you all drive safely out there. Please just stay safe out there because a lot of stuff is going on in this world. God bless you.